Good morning, kids. I'm going to talk you through what you guys are doing for your centers today. For table one, you guys are going to be drawing 5 lines and numbering the lines and numbering the spaces. This is something that you guys have done before, like in second grade especially, but we're just going to start from the beginning because it's been a while since we've done this, and this is just the beginning to the review. You might not start off at table one, but you will get to do this. So just so you remember, it's like a ladder, and we start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do the spaces between the two lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what you will do for the first table. Okay, very simple, but make it nice and neat. And if you finish early, then maybe practice drawing another staff and numbering it again and seeing if you can do it even neater. All right, if you're one of those students who start off neatly, then I challenge you to complete the staff. So you would put a line at the beginning, a line at the end, and maybe a measure line, a bar line in the middle. Okay, that's table one. For table two, you guys will be drawing 5 lines and then drawing a treble clef. So I have the steps right here. It's been a while since we've drawn treble clefs, and this is the first step. You draw that line all the way through those 5 lines. So if you don't have 5 lines, you have to start there. Draw your 5 lines, and you don't want them to be really wide and spread apart. You want it to be reasonable so that you can draw this. Okay, so you have a little bit of a ledge, a little bit left over at the top. The second step is to draw the little P. And third step is to draw those 2 things and then draw the fancy G. Okay, so after you practice those 3 steps at the beginning, you can draw a whole one to complete it. And I want you to try to draw 5 different treble clefs, okay? Try to make them nice and neat. Remember, this is the first thing that goes at the front of your staff. For the next task, table 3, you will be writing a melody, okay? So if you start off here and you haven't practiced with the other 2 tasks, this might feel like you're jumping in quickly, but it is something you're totally capable of. You start with your 5 lines, and then you start with a treble clef at the very first thing. Remember, in music we read left to right, just like in books. And then this is our time signature, okay? I know that you guys have studied meter with Miss Jenkins and with me in the past. So remember, this is not a fraction. This is not talking about things in math, although there is math involved. But 4 over 4 means there are 4 beats in every measure. So 4 beats are like 4 quarter notes. So if you guys don't remember what quarter notes are, it's just when we say beat, 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 beat. That's 4 quarter notes, okay? So this is a really short staff because this is a really short piece of paper. Your paper is longer, so your staff should be longer, and your staff will be divided up in an appropriate way so that you could create a melody with 4 beats in each measure. Now, it says write a 4 measure melody in 4/4 with line notes only. So that would look like, I'm going to just create some line note melodies in my first measure. Now remember, I told you this is really small, but notice that the line is going through the note, okay? So I circled the line first, then I colored in the note second, and I gave it a stem. Okay, so that is that task. Now, if you are at another table, table 4, at this table, you guys are going to be writing rhythms. Okay, so these other tables are concentrating on the 5-line staff, and they're concentrating on melodies and preparing to write those. But you know, rhythm and melody go together. We don't just have one without the other. La 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 la, or hey you look at me, or twinkle twinkle little star. So those have rhythms with the melodies, okay? So you are going to create a 4-beat rhythm. Now, you're going to be using quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes, and quarter rests, okay? So this little quarter rest kind of turned up more like a weird flash symbol. But you can draw a Z, or you can draw a Z with a tail, okay? Now, that's 1 beat of rest, okay? So ta, ta-dee, ta. So that's already 4 beats, because ta is 2 beats. So it's a longer note, okay? Ta, ta-dee, ta. And if we had a rest, it would go ta, ta-dee, sh, sh. So, how many rhythms should you create? Let's do 4. 4 rhythms. So you want to divide up your spot, your paper. I first started with the time signature at the beginning. So that's my 4 lines for rhythm. And then I'm going to create 2 beats in each measure. So for example, in my first rhythm, I did ta, 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 ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta. Okay, so then you have 2 measures. Measure 1, measure 2. It's divided by the bar line, just like it would be if you were writing a melody. And then you need to do 1, 2, 3 more. This is your task for today. Now you'll only get a little bit of time at each table, and so after that you will rotate, and you probably will only get through 2 tables today, maybe 3, and you'll do a little bit more practice next time. Okay, so I hope that you have fun. This is preparing you guys for upcoming activities like with a recorder, music reading, or other things that we're going to be doing in the future. So stay tuned. I hope you guys have fun. Be kind to your person at the front of your room, okay? Have a great day.